Guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be working on a plant unboxing in the studio, but I'm heading to the greenhouse to grab a knife so I can open up boxes. So it's succulents. I just placed an order with Mountain Crest Gardens. I think it was the day after Christmas. It's so that we could have a bunch of succulents on hand to work with over the next few weeks for a few projects I wanted to do. And there's a Christmas tree in here. I think that Paul brought it in here so it could dry off. It rained last night, and we're working on getting outdoor Christmas decorations put away. Anyway, I am excited about this unboxing. I actually placed the order. This is not sponsored by Mountain Crest in any way. We paid for all of these plants, but they're collections. I didn't handpick every single variety, so I kind of know what's going to be in the boxes and kind of don't at the same time. I just got my knife. But my experience with them in the past is that they've had really nice plants. And I figured we'd do the unboxing here in the studio because I've got 3 grow lights available to keep all these plants, which is kind of going to be their holding spot until we're ready to use them in projects. Here they are. They just arrived about an hour ago. We've got 3 smaller boxes stacked on top of one another, taped together, so 2 of them total. And these come from Fort Jones, California, and it's pretty cold here. I mean, we're definitely freezing at night. I did order the heat pack, so these have been heat packed. So the plants should be doing pretty good in there. And then right here, we've got some available grow light space, and I could consolidate a lot of these too if we need it, but I don't think we'll need more than what we've got here. I need to put my hedge trimmer somewhere else. I was really happy when these showed up this afternoon because I just looked at the forecast and I could tell based on how the sky looks out there, but we're expecting 100% chance of rain in the next 10 minutes. So I had planned on doing a project outside, but this will be really nice in here where it's warm and pretty plants. First thing we're gonna do here is get these boxes separated. All right, so we've got packing peanuts to start things off. I'm gonna get a trash can real quick. Okay, I've got a trash can right behind me. I'm just going to do one of these here. Underneath the packing peanuts, there's a whole bunch of shredded paper. Oh, nice. They're all in a flat together. Ooh, heat pack still has some warmth to it in here as well. Here's the first tray. I got all of the packing material removed clearly, but I have not touched the plants. Just wanted to give you an idea of what they look like before I do any cleanup. I noticed a couple of the echeverias got buried in a little bit of soil, but those are easy to clean off. Everything looks very happy, healthy. Love it. And this is interesting. So this tray right here is what they call the MCG Ultimate Succulents 50 variety tray. That's how you order it. So I knew I was getting a mixed variety, but I didn't know exactly, So it comes with this little guide. So they're all numbered, and then you can figure out what each one of them's called. So without having to have an identification tag in each one, which means I probably will not work on cleaning these up today. I will clean them up as I use them so I don't get things confused. I think it's a really unique way to do it. Got a little this looks like one of the snot suckers, but they do work really well. Let me get a close up on this. Check this out. Looks pretty good. Looks better than my hand now. Ooh, this would be a good one. This almost looks like there's no plant in there. Oh, that's awesome. These are handy. This one looks a little bit smashed, so I hope everything inside's okay. Ooh. This tray is gorgeous. Oh, yes. So with these trays, these are full of echeverias. They are the 5-tray variety. So we've got Echeveria Cubic Frost, which would be this one right here. And then we've got Malaco, I probably won't say these right here. And this one's Abalone. Sagitta, maybe, and the Pearl von Nürnberg. I was really wanting to get a whole bunch of rosette looking succulents, but then also a couple of trays of mixed because they do provide a lot of really fun texture to arrangements if I don't want to go, strictly Echeverias. These always have the best color. To be careful though with these, taking the papers off. I don't want to touch the leaves with my fingers because it leaves marks. So here's a closer look at all of these. Oh, let me do this. Oh, they are so gorgeous. So pretty. I think my favorite would probably be this one, which is the abalone, because doesn't it look like it just glows? And I don't know if it looks like that because it's next to all the other ones. They all complement each other really beautifully. Okay, our first grow light shelf has been filled. Box number 3. Uh-oh. Whoa, I gotta be careful with this one. We've got some taller plants. Okay, I didn't throw a list away, did I? I see labels on a few of them in this tray. Maybe there's one label per row. This is a great looking tray right here in terms of color and texture, and very versatile. I feel like you could put together some really interesting looking arrangements with this mix right here. And I can't remember what this one's called. I know you order it by the tray, this is a certain assortment. We'll go back through everything once I've got them all unboxed, and I'll look back at my order and see if we can find the name for this one. It's awesome. And when we're putting together landscapes, we always try for 4 colors, red, blue, green, and yellow. And this tray has all of them. You've got your blue right here and right here. You've got your yellow. You've got your green in this one, and this one's also yellow too, yellow and green. Green, green, green. And then you've got your reds, which this one would be considered a red, this one, and this one. And see how they're all so pleasant together? They just are gorgeous. Okay, we are now into our next stack here. And all of these succulents, they come really pretty dry. So I'll give them a little bit of water today, but not a lot. Oh, okay, these are the ones that I ordered individually right here. Some that are a little bit bigger. I'm gonna get them all out of the box and sitting on the table, free from all the packing material. I got 3 of these sedum Adolphi, size large. They come in this 4-inch container right here. And then this is the bonus mystery succulent they sent out. You get a close-up of that one. I have one of these in the Hartley. It's doing really well. I can't remember the variety name. Echeveria. This one's called Lime and Chili. I love the flat growth habit, and it's just so full and gorgeous. And then I got a bunch of string of pearls. I think I got 3 variegated and 3 green. Here are the variegated string of pearls. I feel like these are feast or famine. I either see them all over the place or I don't see them for a really long time. And it's been a while since I've seen them, so I'm excited to have these. I have found with the string of pearls that they, in our climate anyway, prefer a little bit more water than the rest of my succulents. I don't know what your experience has been with them, but that's how I get them to thrive. In fact, my string of pearls that I have in the Hartley, I think I water that probably once a week. I water it when I water everything else in there. So once a week, just a very light drink, and it's doing really well. There's the all green variety. And that probably depends on where you've got it positioned, how dry it is, how hot it is, and all of those different factors, how big of a pot, so on and so forth. I think this might be one of the easiest unboxings I've ever done. Usually when I get plants, they're all individually wrapped. They're not all in flats. So when you can pull a whole flat out of the box, boy, makes things go fast. This is another tray of the MCG Ultimate Succulents. It looks like there might be a few differences in this one. I'd have to set them side by side, but I think I ordered 3 trays of these, so that's probably what's in this box as well. Nope, no difference. I think all these trays are the same. They have the same exact order, same exact succulents, but boy, I thought there was some different ones I was seeing because there's so much variety here that I could continue looking at this flat and see something new and interesting every time I look at it. Okay, last box. Another beautiful tray. We're gonna get it under the grow light, and then I wanna get them all watered in. Okay, all 3 bottom shelves perfectly filled. I could not have planned that better if I had tried. And I love seeing all of that vibrant, fresh color down there. So let's take a look at this shelf first. These first 2 are the Echeveria bulk 25 trays. So each like half-size tray has 25 in them. And they do come with identification, which it tells you whether or not what you're ordering will come with IDs which can be helpful in some cases, and sometimes it doesn't matter. If you're doing like an event and just need to put together a bunch of little like gifts, that sort of thing. Then this one right here, this is the MCG Mountain Crest Gardens Ultimate 50 Bulk Succulents. So it's just a really nice mix of color, texture, just a random assortment of stuff. Again, with the identification right there. And I did get 3 of these trays, so the other 2 we'll look at are on the last light rack. And then this tray, this is the MCG Awesome Succulent tray, 50. There are 5 each of 10 different varieties, and this one is supposed to come with identification. I'm only seeing identification on some of them though. So I'm guessing I could probably get online and figure out what all of these are. For my purposes, it doesn't matter all that much though, so I'm not too worried about it. And then these are the ones we just went through. The Lemon Chili Echeveria, we've got the green string of pearls, variegated string of pearls, the bonus succulent, and then the Sedum Adolphi. And then the other 250 count trays of the MCG Ultimate Succulents. Right there. So usually I come along with a watering can, Cheddar's getting a drink from, and I just water in my plants, but they usually are spaced out. Like in this tray, you can see they're spread out, so I can just easily, direct the water to where I need it to go without getting a bunch of water on the leaves. But in the cases where they're really close together, I'm gonna use my syringe just because I do not wanna get hard water damage all over the leaves right away. Kinda wanna be careful with that. So we can just go in, let me get close up here, and we can just, gently water each one of these. Keep the foliage looking nice, because that's why we have these. The foliage is so pretty. See, especially with these tighter succulents like this, I can get right on the side, and it does not take very long. Whoop. Our water is just so hard. I mean, one time of having water sit on the leaves of these plants and they would dry to white crust, and it would make them look kind of crummy. So I want to be careful with these because I really do want them to look nice for our future projects. So let's get the watering done quick. Got it all done. It does take a little bit longer doing this, but if I tried to water plants in this close of quarters with a watering can, all while trying to be efficient with the water and trying to keep it off the leaves, I would have a huge mess on my hands. So not only does this keep water for the most part off the leaves, I mean, sometimes it'll hit a leaf that like sends water shooting in a direction you don't mean it to go, but for the most part it goes right where you want it to, so it keeps water spots off the leaves. It also helps you control the amount of water that you give the plants, so we have far less waste. I mean, if you look in the tray here, if I would have tried, there's a little bit. If I would have tried to do this with a watering can, I would have had water pooling in this tray right here. That's one thing I would love to change about these trays. I would love for there to be some kind of a like plug in here that was watertight, that you could fill these trays up a little bit with water and let them soak in from underneath. And then you could just pull a plug and maybe like have a tube come out where you could just put the tube in a tray or something, a pan, and let the excess water come out. Like for each one of these, you could have a little plug, little tube, put the tube in a watering can and just use that water over and over again. I think that would be so, so handy. And that way I wouldn't have to water this way at all. I want to see if I can try to fashion something like that. I think that would be really nice. But this is a 100 ml syringe. You can just get these online, and they do make for pretty easy watering. I mean, if you take a closer look, I'm not really seeing much of anything in terms of water on top of the plants. And all of these are set up on timers to go on for 16 hours a day, and then they turn off. That's to keep the plants under nice strong light so they don't stretch out, because especially like this type, the Echeverias, if they don't get strong enough light, that center will start to stretch out and they start to just get misshapen and they're not nearly as pretty. And this is a light system that has those LED, they're the high efficiency, high output lights. So while I can raise and lower this ballast if I had normal tubes in there, which I would want to do. If I had normal tubes, I'd probably move them down about halfway down so the light was closer. but these you don't have to do that with. I love that about these lights. I leave them at the same level no matter if I've just got plants under them or if I'm starting seeds, doesn't matter. The plants don't stretch. And you guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Super fun to be in here doing a plant unboxing, fresh plants, fresh succulents, so much fun. I just needed to bolster my supply a little bit. While I was able to pick a few up the other day, I needed some specific colors and specific shapes for what I want to do with them, which you guys will see those projects probably in the next little bit. And it was nice to be in the studio. I was able to kind of look around and realize what a catch-all it's already become. I just organized this last season. About once a year clean out, right? I hope I'm not alone there. I mean, it's not horrible, but there's a lot of stuff I need to move around, find homes for. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.